Hello, friend. Good morning. It is a beautiful morning here. The past couple of days have been really, really snowy and really, really cold, which is not uncommon for, this part of the country. I'm in the Rocky Mountain region, and springtime in the Rocky Mountains is unpredictable to say the least. But I just wanted to share with you a message that came through this morning. As I'm sitting here looking outside and the sun is shining today and the warmth is returning and the snow is melting, and I see little bits of green peeking out, and definitely feeling that revitalizing, resurrected, re emerging energy that the springtime always brings to us. And I know for many of us, myself included, the past couple of weeks, this past month, has been really, really intense. And so much of what is affecting us right now is at the physical level. These energies that are streaming into our experience right now are specifically directed at our physicality. So, our physical body, our physical relationships, our physical experiences, in many ways. And I talk about this a lot, how, sort of the arc of energy and how it manifests in the material is that it always begins as a concept or an idea, something first, right? It's the inspiration, it's the epiphany, it's that aha moment that says, ping, here's the idea. And so that's the beginning of anything. And as the energy and as that frequency begins to grow and expand and come into form, it takes on density as it moves from transphysical or non physical into a physical experience. And oftentimes we can look at things that have arrived in the material plane or in the physical experience and say, like, oh, this is the physical manifestation of an idea or a thought or a wish or a dream that I have had for a long time. The point of this is to say is that by the time something arrives at the physical level, by the time we are engaging with it at the physicality, it is in sort of its final incarnation. That is to say, is by the time I can touch it, taste it, feel it, smell it, hear it with my physical senses, it's energies and information that have already been swirling through my experience for a while, and now they're just emerging in the physical world. What this often means is that we get the experience first in the abstract. First, we think about it. First, it's a thought. First, it's an idea. And then it moves into our emotional experience. And then we begin to feel about it and feel around it. And we begin to have experiences of this idea or this thought causing something or stirring something or activating something within us. And so oftentimes when we're having the physical experience of it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is not new information, right? It's like, I already thought about this, or I've already dreamed about this, or I've already, brainstormed about this, or I've already had, the tears and the anger and the laughter and the sadness about this. Why am I experiencing it again? And that's because we came here for the lived experience. Part of the deal is that for our human, the human needs to experience it through the human lens, which is the physical lens. In order to be a human, there must be a physical component to our experience. So when we are going through a human incarnation, part of the deal or part of the agreement or part of the thing that we are so excited about in our eternal self state is the fact that we get to go through it in a physical way. And that can often be hard for the human to understand or to comprehend, because from our perspective, it's like, but I've already been dealing with this for so long. This is not new. What do I do? How do I make sense of it? And it's important for us to remember that physicality is a requirement for mastery. We've got to go through it at the physical level in order to fully integrate it into the history of our human experience. So having said that, oftentimes when we're going through these very intense transformative passages, it can feel like we are literally being torn to bits. And in many ways we are, because the physical structure, our cells, our muscle memory, our neural pathways, our DNA, Those structures are designed to hold on to memorize, and to transmit information. So we do have to go through often an experience where physically it is being removed from our bodies, and that can be very intense. So this morning, as I was tapping in, I was down in the basement tending to my seedlings, my plant babies. And suddenly, as I was tapping into my inner landscape, I got this sense of this lushness, this vibrance, this rich, like abundant. It felt like a jungle. It felt like being in the rainforest. And I even said, as I was like tapping into this energy, like, oh my gosh, feels like I have a frickin' rainforest inside of me. It was vines and lush and vegetation and flowers and plants and trees, and they were all winding and blossoming and blooming and growing, and it was so beautiful. So I came upstairs as I was wrapping up downstairs with my tending to my plants, and I sat down and went into meditation, really because I wanted to fully explore that experience of richness, that sense of like, oh, something is here, something is alive, something is vital, something is vibrant. And just for a little bit of context, the past 3-4 weeks for me personally have been the opposite of that. It has been intense, it has been emotional, it has felt very dark and very bleak. I've been in the void, which is part of the process. It's not something that I am afraid of at this point, but it's also really intense. So coming out of that experience over the past couple of days and recalibrating and kind of coming back to self, and then getting that message this morning, this is what I wanted to share with you. So if you're watching this and you are listening to this message, this is for you. This message is specifically for you. And I don't care when you're watching it. I don't care how it came to you. The only thing that's important is that you accept the truth that the reason you are watching this video is because the message is for you. And here it is. It's time. The doors are open. The path is clear. The foundation is stable. You are now free to roam about the world. You are now free to roam around the universe. You are free. You are liberated. The lush, verdant, abundant, vital, flowing, growing, expanding, recurring, rich, dense energy that you feel is you. It is the rising of the self in a way that you have been waiting for, in a way you have been working towards, in a way that is far beyond what you have even imagined. It is so much easier from here on out. It will surprise, delight, and amaze you at how quickly things move now. It is here. It is here. It is here. You are here. You are here. You are here. Keep dreaming. Keep creating. Keep growing. Let it out. Let it in. And let it rise. So there you go, my friend. That's your answer. It's time. The door is open and the path is clear. I love you.